In this video presentation, we're going to cover how to edit cell text in your FBX file library. Open up a library by selecting the icon to the left of the word library. And the user has the ability to manually edit any text that they want. What you probably should do is if you double click on any cell, it will open up the footprint. So if I just double click on this row here, like this particular cell, if I just double click on it, it'll open up the library part. But it'll also open up for me the ability to edit that row. If you don't want to open up a library part, you just select the cell once, wait for a second, and then select the cell again, and then select the cell again, and now you have full editing capabilities for that. I think that most people use this feature for footprint names, where they go to the calculator, they add a footprint to their library, and then they don't like the footprint name and they want to change it maybe to the manufacturer's abbreviation, underscore case code, or underscore part number. In some cases, you want to have your corporate part number for the footprint name, whatever. But you can just go ahead and any footprint name is editable. Every single cell in an FBX file is editable. To give you an example of where this is used the most would be I would open up let's say the semiconductor library. And I would just go ahead and select the search button, and I'm searching for a specific case code. So I'm going to search for this case code in the case code column and then find it. And then I found that case code, and then I'm going to go ahead and select the row, right mouse button, copy. Then I'm going to open up a new FBX file, right mouse button, paste. And now there are some fields here that are undefined. So I have logical descriptions not defined, data sheets not defined. What I can do is I can fill in that information by copying and pasting it I can go to the internet and go to the website for that particular part number that I'm looking for. I can go to DigiKey. I can go to several places to find the information that I need. In this particular case, I'm going to open up the PDF file, and I have the PDF file right here. So we're going to go ahead and kind of like minimize this PDF file. Then at the very top of the PDF file, if I go all the way to the very top, there is the logical description. It's an HD/SD multiplexer. So I'm going to take and click and drag through that text, and then Control-C, copy, and then bring it over to my logical description, and I'm going to put IC at the beginning of the logical description, comma, and then Control-V, the rest of the logical description. Now I have that. And then I go back to the data sheet, and I'm going to go and find what that part number is. So I'm going to scroll through the data sheet and find the part number right here. So here's the full part number. Click and drag through the part number, Control-C for copy. And take the part number here, and then Control-V for the part number. Then I got that. I'm just copying and pasting right from the PDF datasheet. Now there are some cells in the program. Let's say that if I wanted to add new row. There are some cells in here that are automatically populated. So if you pick a component family, for instance, and in this case, we'll click the first one, BGA, and then select Demo, and then Add to Library. You can see that it added the footprint name and the physical description and the mounting type. Now, if you're building an FP Designer part, the FP Designer tool doesn't know if it's a surface mount or through-hole or a combination of mixed technology. So if you select the mounting type, and then type in S or T for through-hole or surface mount. Just type in S, it'll bring up the word surface mount. If you type in T, it'll bring up the word through-hole. So you just select it and it'll fill in that data for you automatically. With the date, the footprint date column here, if you want to change the footprint date, you would just simply double click on the date column, and it will bring up the date. Now you could say now, and it'll change the date to today's date and time, and then save, and it'll save that date to that footprint date. Now, when you add a new part, though, the part automatically updates the date. So if I were to open up this part and then go ahead and then resave it and say update the row, it'll put in the date and time of right now. So the only thing that you have to be careful of is that when you're copying and pasting a logical description from a datasheet or any information from a datasheet, don't copy and paste symbols. A symbol would be like a trademark, TM, or copyright, circle C, or a plus over minus, or a micrometer symbol, the U. Okay, those are special symbols. The important thing to remember that the FPX file is 100% ASCII data, and the ASCII data does not accept symbols. So if you're like in Notepad, for instance, it's almost impossible. You can't put a symbol in Notepad. It's illegal because a symbol is not ASCII. It's not a text. Now you could put in anything that's on the keyboard. You can put in the FPX file, but you can't say insert symbol. And if you do insert a symbol, the program will bark at you and it'll give you a warning message saying, you're inserting a symbol, we're going to replace it with an underscore. Footprint Expert automatically recognizes symbols and replaces them with underscores, but it'll also send you a warning that's doing that. That's how you edit cells in the FPX file. Now, one other thing is that the footprint name can be edited to whatever you want to add colors. So if you have 3D model colors, you might want to add the underscore and the name of the color at the end of the footprint name, if you're doing LEDs, for instance. But if you're doing semiconductors or anything else like that, and if you BGAs, and if you want to just change the polarity color or whatever, you don't really need to edit the footprint name to reflect that. But the manufacturer name, select this manufacturer cell, type in any character. Okay, we're going to type in W. It gives us all the manufacturers that are in the program that begin with the character W. And then if you type in another character like A, it'll eliminate all the other, and then G. And so if you type in a manufacturer name here, like A, it'll just whittle my choices down. I'm going to select analog devices for this guy. So we automate the process so that the manufacturer name is really important, that all your manufacturer names in your FPX files are spelled the exact same way with uppercase and lowercase letters and the exact spelling of the manufacturer name. The last thing that you want in an FPX file is to have a manufacturer name spelled 5 or 6 different ways. So when you sort the manufacturer field, that they're all sorted in different places. Then the datasheet, of course, you can copy and paste the URL link or copy and paste the C:, or wherever you have the datasheet. Active is automatically populated when you insert a part. The comments column are for you to edit whatever kind of comments you want. If you have a specific comment that you want to make about this footprint, put it in the comments column. That concludes the presentation on edit cell text in an FPX file.
Simplify, standardize, and automate an entire IPC and IEC compliant library. Detailed, accurate, reliable, professional. Highest quality footprints and 3D step models, clicks away. Many companies worldwide are easily generating their CAD libraries. You should too. Get a fully functional Footprint Expert Evaluation license for any CAD format and demo today. Contact us at PCBlibraries.com or call 847-557-2300.